What's the best TV show you ever seen?
Of all time,
Give me your top 3 best TV shows.
Drake and Josh.
I know that-
Let's separate kids shows from real shows.
Okay.
Drake and Josh's top 3 kids show though.
Just destroyed his 90%
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
inventory.
I never watched TV shows like actual adult film.
You never seen? He's already shaking his
Nope.
head.
You watch Walking Dead?
You watch Walking Dead?
Oh yeah, I watched Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, a little bit of Breaking Bad.
Not enough to
Game
say
of
you
Thrones?
watched it.
Not enough. No,
Lord of the Rings?
no.
Definitely not Lord of the Rings.
Cutthroat Kitchen.
Sopranos?
Cutthroat Kitchen, boy.
No, you used to be on Cutthroat
Bro,
Kitchen. You used to
Cutthroat
watch that
Cake
shit.
Boss. Cake
Cutthroat
Boss.
Kitchen.
You used
Cake
to
Boss.
be on that shit. I remember.
Cutthroat
Oh, yeah,
Kitchen.
Cutthroat Kitchen was it.
I remember you threw that on a sleepover. Like you threw it on. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought he was fucking with me.
That
I'm
was
like,
that was the ultimate sleepover show.
No, it was.
Slam that motherfucker
Like I'll
out.
be ready to knock out, and it's like, whoa, like I can't knock out right now. Like,
Hotel Nightmares.
yeah.
Kitchen Nightmares. No, y'all never watched Kitchen Nightmares?
I haven't went
Gordon,
down.
Gordon Ramsay, where he goes to your restaurant, like sees what
Oh,
you're up
yeah.
to.
what the
taste
fuck
it.
are you doing?
Like, come on, this shit is spoiled.
Yeah, he'll
Like,
taste it. He'll be
damn.
like, well, I can't lie to you. This tastes like shit. He'll throw it at your face.
Gordon Ramsay's hilarious.
No, he's a.
I remember one time he was eating some food and he's like, hey, like everything's trash, but this cake is actually good. Who made this cake? and like they brought the owner out and the owner was like, the cake is store bought.
Oh my god.
It's like, what? It's like, what? No, top 3 shows I watched. I'm gonna go ahead and say Breaking Bad is probably the best show I watched on TV. I just finished watching The Sopranos, and I think that's my number 2, to be honest. The
I
Sopranos.
finished watching that.
Nate, if you want a show to put on, The Sopranos is something.
Peaky Blinders.
Sopranos is very interesting. As far as another show, I gotta think about like the list. I gotta think about the shows that I've seen. But off the top of my head, memorable. Nothing has been that memorable to the point where those shows have been with me.
I say number 1 TV show that I've watched from start to finish probably has to be Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders got to be number 1.
Want to pick my blinders, do you?
Want to pick my blinders? Nah, that show was goated. And then I think Breaking Bad number 2, and I would put Walking Dead there if you were ranking like the first like 4 seasons. But
Right.
the fact that Walking Dead is 9 seasons and like
And majority of them are ass.
like more than half the show is. So it's like it had a great
Yeah.
great beginning.
Yeah, it did.
And it just went.
Yeah, it went yay word for sure.
But you know why? I think Walking Dead was the most popular TV show on TV. It was. And I think that they never expected it to be that, and they just kept milking it. Like,
Yeah.
another episode. Breaking Bad had a clear like narrative, and then they stopped when the narrative was over.
Yeah.
So I feel like if The Walking Dead had a narrative and they stopped, it would have been on par. Maybe not better, but on par. But the fact that they were like, we need another season. We're making $10 million an episode. Like
No,
that-
100%.
that's what that show represents.
Corporatization ruins good stuff. That's why I like Breaking Bad. 'Cause it was like, no, like we have a clear end in sight, and we're not gonna push it for the sake of pushing it. Walking Dead was one of those shows where it was like,
We'll push this mug.
where it was like designed, where it's like, yeah, you could theoretically push that as far as you can, you know.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad was one of those shows where like, there's gonna be an end to this. It's not gonna last forever.
And they were doing the spinoff shows. Like they did
I
like
was gonna say that Better Call Saul. I don't want to 100% say it's my number 3, but it's a top contender for that number 3 spot because that show spinoff of Breaking Bad based off The Lawyer, it came with a unique energy. Like it wasn't coming like a spinoff. Like
Yeah.
it had Breaking Bad vibes,
but it was his own show.
but it was its own show through and through, and it was masterfully done, super well executed, and some of the best like quality TV you'll ever see.
I want to comment on that.
Period.
I know people that never seen Breaking Bad, and it'll tell me like, "You ever seen Better Call Saul?" And I'm like, "Oh, like the Breaking Bad spinoff," and I'll be like, "What? What do you mean?" I'm like,
Yeah, like
"You don't know that Better Call Saul is a spinoff of Breaking Bad?" And they're like, "I've never seen Breaking Bad. What's that?" But they enjoy Better
Wow.
Call Saul.
And that's rare for a spinoff to be that
Yeah.
like unique,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
No, 'cause Better Call Saul, that was excellent.
How many episodes? How many seasons?
There's 6 seasons.
Damn.
6 seasons.
It's a lot.
And like I think
Okay.
it's 15 episodes a season, something like that.
Nate doesn't watch TV, so he doesn't have a top 3. Or you had one. Or you
I
didn't.
mean, yeah, I'll just say Walking Dead. I can't say Breaking Bad because
Yeah.
I haven't finished it.
And then you like the Peaky Blinders, number 1. Now, what about
Zoe
sitcom?
101. No, I was kidding.
You like them kid shows? No, the kid shows went wrong.
No, kids shows.
No,
were
those
great.
are
Drake and Josh, number one.
If we were ranking kids shows, Nate would be all over that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
What about sitcoms? I watched a lot of sitcoms. I think That 70s Show is the greatest sitcom ever made. And I remember Matt used to not like That 70s Show. He'd be like, nah, like, I'm not feeling it. And I'm like, bro, like it's right up your alley. Like the comedy, the content, like it's what you would like. And I remember a lot of kids my age didn't mesh or like really know what That 70s Show was. I caught it early in life. And I would tell people like, man, like that show's goated. And I put that year in particular, I put like 3 people on to That 70s Show, and they were like, bro, this show's fucking good. I'm like, I'm telling you.
no, that 70 show was great, and it was great from the beginning. When I didn't fuck with it, when I didn't jive with it, it wasn't because it was a bad show. It was because, look, I was interested in Drake and Josh, and that was like those jokes were intended to land with me type shit. When I was watching That 70 Show, some of the things would go over my head as a kid, and I never really went out of my way to watch it when I got more older. And it was always like that's interesting, but I really don't care what these motherfuckers was doing. You know, like these teenagers in the 70s. For me, it's like if I'm gonna watch something that's out of my alley, let me go watch something like even more pushing it.
Right.
You know? But then I loosened up to the idea, started watching it, and it actually like pulled me. It was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was funny.
One of my favorite shows to watch. Like, I'll literally put it on to this day. Like, I'm gonna watch that show as an 80-year-old man, knowing every word and know all the episodes and how they end out, and be like, like literally,
Bill
like,
Russell left.
Bill Russell as yeah, like that show's goated. Definitely in my top 3 sitcoms of all time.
It hit harder when I learned to appreciate like rock and roll and stuff like that. You know? But yeah, no, good show. Good show.
Actually, I don't think I have 3 sitcoms. I think it's That 70s Show and How I Met Your Mother's a good one.
That's up there for sure. And I don't I haven't really watched enough sitcoms either, to be honest. To make a take.
You know what a sitcom is?
Not even in that conversation. But you mentioned those shows, so now I kind of get the gist.
You ever watch That 70s Show?
Matt threw it on a few times.
Matt threw it on.
During that period,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that time
but-
period.
I've watched it a few times. Like it made me giggle, it made me laugh.
Yeah,
I just never like.
That's the show right now. We're doing the podcast.
Yeah, I never watched it by myself.
Not if you take anything away from this, Nate, is watch Peaky Blinders.
If you're gonna watch anything, don't watch Peaky Blinders. Watch The Sopranos.
No, watch Peaky Blinders.
I think we both know.
I think I gotta finish Breaking Bad.
You'd like
Yeah, you do.
I haven't even.
You,
finished Breaking
you'd gravitate towards Sopranos more, but Peaky Blinders is probably the better show.
I mean, you never finished watching The Sopranos, and
I don't know how it ends.
yeah, but you didn't watch.
I'm gonna watch it. You know
knowing
but
the
also,
journey,
you didn't watch Peaky Blinders. Though.
knowing the
But
end.
you also didn't watch Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, 100%. Saying what I think Nate would like, Nate would probably gravitate towards The Sopranos because Sopranos is like mafia. It's like
And they're speaking English,
it's like they speak English with Peaky Blinders, but
but
like,
they speak with an accent, and I could turn people off.
yeah. Like the Peaky Blinders is like old time gangsters from the early days
Birmingham.
in London.
Birmingham.
Never gonna watch that.
But the Sopranos, that's a show. That's a show where it's mafia based in like New York in the 90s. It's actually based in the present time, but the show was made in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s. And it's actually a top tier show.
I'm gonna watch Sopranos. I want to watch Sopranos. I'm gonna watch it.
It's actually a top tier show.
It
No,
sucks.
I got.
No, it sucks recommending a TV show to somebody because they never watch the TV show you tell them to watch, and then when they do, it's a That 70s Show situation.
Where they just watch it and never said anything about it.
When they watch it, like you were right. This is a great show. I should have watched it. I'm watching it.
Was it a like you're right and I was so wrong and
No,
thank
you
you everything?
You didn't have
More-
you didn't have a take. I was like, bro, like you should watch that 70s Show. You would like it. You're like, I don't know. And I'm like, watch it. And you watched it. I remember you came to me. We had a conversation. You're like, bro, like that show's fucking funny. Like it's a good show. And I was like, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I knew you'd like it. That's as far as that went. But all I'm saying is it's just a thing. That's why it's a meme. When you recommend somebody a show and they're like, yeah, and then like they watch it and they're like, or there's a meme where it's Buddy's face from Dexter when he has a straight face, and it's like when you watch the show Buddy recommended and it's actually fucking gas, but you can't fucking admit it, so he just has a straight face the entire time he's watching it.